balance that makes this machine function. And I think back to last split, it was on this champion that he was able to save a lot of games for his team. Of course, this is G2's first game of the split, and here are the faces to the players. Yeah. Of course, we've casted for quite a while now. A couple of new faces to the roster that joined in this year as Carlsen in quite a lot of danger.
Yeah, SkewMond's on the chaser. Carlsen trying to get away, but Hansama with the ghost. That's first blood!
That's first blood to a Jinx! To Labrov, blocking the Braum passive, but Hansama wasn't the target there, which allowed him to freely trade back onto Flakked. You can see they're about to hit that level 2 mark. They're going to threaten an all-in.
Oh, Labrov goes in immediately as they look for the engage on Flakked. No real escape here for the Yunara. He'll flash, but Hansama still has his. Stend flashes as well, looking for the final order on Hans, but Sejuani game where he did the second most damage on the team on Sejuani was one of the reasons Heretics were able to fight against Fnatic. Here, SkewMond just messing up that tempo, just getting in the mind, getting in the face, using the pressure he has in the mid lane from Caps to push in here and force Sheo and Kamiloo away. Sorry,
Hex Flash
Kamiloo away. Hex Flash going in. Flame Chompers down as well as Broken Blade's down to 300 HP. Knocked into the wall. It's a solo bolo! It's Carlsen! Just 1v1 in BB!
Okay. Carlsen, being accelerated, likely will be able to work towards that itemization that has a way of dealing with Carlsen.
It's the I will dominate.
The sequence in the map movements has given G2 a big opportunity to build a lead. Ultimate's going to be used by Kamiloo. Not so much effect, I feel. That was an extra tower shot, though.
Broken Blade's going to hit the Decimating Smash here. Should have the shield in a second as well. Kamiloo tanking up all those minions. Can't really do much to actually...
For plates are usually what you can take into consideration. The problem with moving Flakked into the mid lane is it is harder for you to get priority on that lane.
I mean, this is the problem. Carlsen's just going to go in. There's the all-out follow-up. Hansama's already burnt the flash, doesn't have the ghost. The TP coming in to try and help him out, but he might be dead before his help arrives. Labrov now. No way for him to deal with the Ksante. Carlsen getting that earlier one when G2 swapped to top means they don't have to be too worried about
Stend.
too many dragons. Stend there, knocked back with a flash forward out of Labrov. He's going to try and flash away, but he's slammed into the wall and he's just dead. An overstep, to say the least, from Stend.
Did not respect the engage possibilities from G2. And he ends up losing his life, giving a third.
With this Jinx, it's only Carlsen really at the moment who can do it. And there's enough protection for G2 to keep that Jinx alive.
Caps gonna get a bit of damage down on the Sheo.
Decimating Smash coming out across the wall from Broken Blade's not going to connect. Cyclone out of Sheo, and again, a Heretics player just overstepping. Tibbers brought to the party just to make sure the Caps doesn't die. He does not, and he picks up his first of summer.
Sheo
Gold ahead at 15 minutes.
I mean, I think it's also just worth reminding some of the individual mistakes that we have still seen from them this game, right? And the fact that Broken Blade die in the 1v1, Hans gets caught out in the top lane as well. And these are the things that we're still keeping our eyes on. Stend finds himself caught once more.
Yep, once again, just overstepping. Flame Chompers behind him, stunned up with a trample slammed into the wall, and Stend dies again. And you're just looking to try and scale towards your second item.
Exactly that. Heretics are looking for a good fight. The problem is they're being suffocated on the map as SkewMond and Labrov continue to move to their side of the jungle.
He can't dash away because of the steadfast presence. He puts the Emperor's Divide down, but Caps is running past the tower, decides against it with the TP coming in. The trample being used as well by Labrov. Doesn't get the stun. Stend misses the Glacial Fissure, but Sheo uses the Hex Gates to slide his way in, and Kamiloo in the end is getting paid.
Ksante still in the position that he's in. I feel like Heretics have options as long as they stop getting caught out and they stop conceding pretty much everything on the map. They need to find these cross maps where they can.
They're about to be in a 2v5 in this top side. SkewMond looking for the damage onto Sheo. Labrov coming in as well. Pops the trample early, trying to get that stun. Cyclone out from Sheo will keep him alive for now, but the chase continues. Labrov lands the knocker, and Broken Blade brings down the axe. Carlsen under his tier 2 has Stend to defend, and he will manage to escape.
Another tower gonna go in favor of G2. This time they brought cavalry while making this play happen on the top side of the map. And Heretics, they're doing the right thing. They're trying to cross map on the bot side, but with the Herald, they're just not going to be able to contest fast enough. G2 looking to knock down their second tower in the top lane. And that gold lead just continues to grow. Doesn't have ulti, making this fight much harder to pull off. Kamiloo is in the area.
G2 Hexgate behind from Labrov, has the blast cone too. Could Hex flash across this wall, looks for the chase. The Tibbers down onto Stend. Flashes away from the headbutt pulverized combination. Drake goes into the pockets.
Back, like this whole game has largely been determined by picks.
Yeah.
There was the pick from Hansama onto Carlsen at level 1. Then there was a misplay from Flakked and Stend in the 2 versus 2.
Oh. That's really nice from Cap. So he procs the stun. Tibbers will be on the chase. Doesn't quite have the damage. The super mega death.
As well. Mid being pushed in, top being pushed in. Question is that they spread themselves too thin. Heretics trying to find a way into the objective.
Broken Blade doesn't have ultimate. Keeper's Verdict coming out, hits onto the Wukong, and now Stend is in for a world of hurt once again. Locked up in the jungle, tries to escape. Another order will be enough. SkewMond flashes forward, and the zap doesn't even need to connect. SkewMond now slid back into the face
Carlsen.
of Sheo. Carlsen looking for the flank as well. There's the shutdown for Sheo. Carlsen going in. Hansama flashing out. Heretics will take their kill, but they lost a man and they die first. G2 will start up the Drake. They're not really forcing to defend around their mid lane tier 1. Heretics now stepping forward. Glacial Fisher. Caps gets the stun before the Cyclone comes out. Drake over to G2. The engage continues and Hansama's untouched. Unbreakable. Stend is no longer. Hansama left to deal with Carlsen, but Caps flashes in and Tibbers finds his man. Carlsen knocked back. G2 defend their AD carry. It's a double for the Jinx, and BB and Caps are not done yet. Super Mega Death Rocket connects onto the Azir. Sheo should get out with the Blast Cone, but Caps might cut him off. Tibbers there to try and give vision. Caps no flash, but does have the stun. Flash forward, Cyclone. Caps will die to the tower, but Sheo will follow suit to the axe of Broken Blade.
A nice counterplay from Sheo, but it was a last-ditch effort as the rest of Heretics fall. G2 make the front-to-back happen. They win the team fight. They're looking to secure another tower. They get themselves the Drake. And this game is all but said and done, as G2 just seem to be in full control 25 minutes in.
Ksante's going to get in. It's a dash path maker. If Kamiloo's going to get in, he has to dash too. Broken Blade just tanking up Heretics. At 3 items, Labrov going in for the engage. There's a knockup onto Carlsen. Flame Chomper's not quite perfectly placed. Stend has to flash the wall, and Unstoppable will get the knockup onto him. Super Mega Death Rocket follows up, and Hansama with a zap threats the Needle. Flakked putting out some DPS himself as Carlsen's forced back towards the Razor Beak camp. G2 will settle for that, playing a 4v5, getting a kill and getting a tier 2 on bot side.
Now the classic split push Annie coming through from Caps on the other side of the rift as the Baron is going to be started off. G2 is looking to put pressure across all sides of the map on the Heretics. SkewMond is getting a little bit low.
You've got the Buckler on the Poppy, so he should be able to just shield himself up. TP in from Caps. He wants to join the fight around the big purple worm.
Okay,
Sheo can still look for the steal here.
But the Poppy ult, remember the Poppy ult.
Look at where Labrov is trying to be a nuisance. Gets the knockback, but it's only onto the decoy and onto Kamiloo. Still, because Labrov is there, Sheo can't get into the pit before it's secured. SkewMond dashing in, flashing in, looking for the kill, and Sheo will fall. The Cyclone, a breath of air at most, not tempestuous at all, as G2 find 2 Flakkeds down. Stend and Kamiloo forced away. Carlsen retreating to his base, now stops his recall to join up with the fight, but it's too little, it's too late. Kamiloo and Carlsen full HP, and immediately G2 turn their attentions across towards the Ksante. Decimating Smash will be blocked, but the Steadfast Presence blocks the dash again. G2 16-5 up, 10k ahead, and we wondered whether the G2 vacation memes would continue. It seems the dreams of Heretics have been turned into nightmares. G2, in dominant fashion, will take the win.
An impressive performance, specifically from SkewMond on Labrov in the early game. The way that they put Sheo behind and they built up and executed in the mid-game was fantastic to see. G2 with a strong showing overall here in Game 1 of this series.
Not much Heretics can do to defend G2. Not yet focusing the Nexus, but as soon as they do, they will wrap it up. Tibbers comes to make it 6v3. As even on the fountain, you are not safe. G2 1-0 up, a 14,000 gold lead in 28.5 minutes.
I mean, obviously, all eyes are going to be on Hansama in this game, but it's really worth looking back at how much pressure SkewMond and Labrov really put onto the enemy jungle and the things that they were doing in these team fights. Honestly, just a super impressive performance from SkewMond this game specifically.
It really was. We're going to go to a short break and see if Heretics can bounce back in Game 2 right after this.